I'm using a borrowed laptop because mine decided to die. And this is quite fun to run over. So I'm still fiddling with it and getting used to it. The decks I'm using today are by the Faery Tarot deck by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. And that's quite an old deck. One of my trusted ones I've had since 2015. When I got a channel message that said I had to move, but even if I moved to Brisbane or to New South Wales, it was still going to flood. So we had the flood in 2008, and I moved in 2011, and we had the massive flood. Seems water follows me. Earthquakes follow me. Any natural disaster seems to follow me. I'm learning not to put my clothes in submersion. Whenever I do that, whenever I soak my clothes, the next day there's a flood, or there's rain, or there's something. So we're in the full moon in Aries, which I've got an Aries ascendant. Aquarian with an Aries rising can make me quite fiery. I get whipped up quite quickly. I'm not someone you'd like to upset because I will retaliate. I have a Scorpion moon. The other decks I'm using today is one of my new ones. It's called the Faery Oracle deck by Wild Wisdom of the Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and artwork by Selena Fennick. And I just love pictures. You can get hold of this. I got this from Rainbow Runner. They've got the most beautiful pictures. And that's why I was attracted to it. Okay, so I've got my decks just to show you what type of pictures you'll be getting. This is beautiful. Lots of fairy images. Okay. I was meant to have an interview today. That didn't happen. So I guess, I was fiddling with audio and I was fiddling with the camera, and I'm not really good with doing online videos, but I managed to do my makeup. So I guess that's something. That's a positive spin on things. Did my makeup, did my hair. Was all ready for it. Just didn't happen. But yeah. They wanted to do an online video interview, which I guess I got experience in. That's something, I guess it trumped it all. But I would have liked to have done that and then knew what to do next time I had an interview. I'm a bit reluctant to go for interviews these days. I just don't like the energy in the stores. I tend to pick up on people's vibes, anger, hostility, frustration. And then they all just go together. Sometimes I have a lot to say. Okay. Try again. The first one I picked was the Four of Swords. So this is for Aries. So some of you Aries may be having some late nights being a full moon. It's illuminating the fact that you may need to have time alone. I know I need time alone. I'm an Aquarian. We exist on alone time. The other star sign that I know tends to need a lot of alone time is the Taurus. So we'll now grab the rest of the reading. It's saying to go within. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation from people, places, or things. Four of Swords also means that it's a resting period, no movement. So I'm saying to do no movement today. You need to stay home. Next card I pulled was the Fool. Okay, so new beginnings, something new cropping up. It can mean a childlike nature. You may have quite an open outlook on things, which is always a good thing. A lot of these people that are quite jaded, and sometimes they're born middle-aged. I've seen lots of people like that as well. And they don't know how to have joy. So it's saying here, take time for a fresh start, being open to new ideas, no limits, beginning a new adventure, taking a risk, and no limits, true purpose. The first step in making any dream come true is to believe. Happiness and self-confidence begin with given your dreams for a reason. Believe in yourself. What's holding you back? Release your fears and make a decision to follow your heart's desire. It says, by telling supportive people of what your intentions are, we are expressing our plans to be more fully committed to moving forward. The other way is up and up. So it's saying not to stay in one place for too long and to try to find new avenues for joy. I find when I'm doing makeup or skincare, because I'm a trained beauty therapist and I'm also trained in makeup beauty services, but I haven't done for a long time. I find when I do a little bit of self-care, it's a little bit of me time. And sometimes you need to do that, just to sort of recenter yourself. You know, I have some shower time. I do a hot shower, then I do a cold shower. And that's really good hydrotherapy. It also helps with muscles that may play up. I know lots of people that are sensitive get fibromyalgia. And when you have fibromyalgia, you usually know that within the next day or two, you're going to have a lot of rain, which we're about to outside. Looks like clouds are now coming over. Eight of Swords. Feel the fear and do it anyway. See how she's jumping across the pond? She's got like one step to jump over there, but it's all her thoughts that is preventing her from moving forward. So some of you may live in your head quite a bit. You may not like to make decisions based on gut, but you'd like to be logical. And even then, you wait for the very last minute and you second guess yourself. So if you feel something about a certain job situation or whatever it is, 95% of the time you'll be right about it. I always say go with your gut. And if you second guess it, you'll usually be kicking yourself you didn't take your first hunch. And it says believe in yourself. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting where you want to go. This is an self-imposed prison as well. Maybe you like to self-isolate. You may like to switch off from the world. You might find the world a little bit too intense. If you're anything like me, you're operating not only on a physical, on the 3D, but you're operating on the 5D. So when you operate on the 5D, that's when things become an issue. The 5D often, you sense things long before they come into viewpoint. There's a movie I used to watch with the guy out of Jobs. He's married to Mila Kunis, Ashley Kutcher. It's called The Butterfly Effect. My friend used to describe as my intuition, like throwing a stone into a pond and watching all the concentric circles reiterate out from that stone that was thrown. That first stone that was thrown is usually a ricochet effect, and it affects on people on the 3D and then on the 5D level. Then you have the sun. The sun card is to do with the happiest card in the deck. It's the sunflower card. It's like two sunflowers that face each other because they're trying to find mutual understanding, mutual warmth. I have a pot plant that was dying, but then I put it next to its other little plant, a water bamboo, which attracts light and yin and yang. And all of a sudden it started to bloom again because it had a friend. It was growing towards the other plant. The sunflowers face each other because they're both sun, they're both positivity. Maybe you need to be around more positive people. And you can only shine your light for so long before you get drained. So always remember, like the crystals that I've got here, you need to bury them. As in, put them in a handkerchief. And then when the full moon comes out, you can pull them out. We just had a full moon. And that'll re-energize them. Put them in salt because they do absorb a lot of energy. If you find that they're too strong, put them away in a box so that they're not kept awake at night time on a full moon once they've been recharged. So in the future, you may be playing with children, you may be around young people, you may connect well, you're just very positive, you may have Leo in your chart. The sun is also representative of Leo, and finding your joy, again, finding your inner child. And sometimes we forget to just have fun, just do something for the fun of it, not because you want an outcome or you're not trying to find to win at something. It's to not win, it's just to enjoy the experience. Success, fulfillment, public recognition, and a return to good health. New ideas will come up and crop up for you. New opportunities will crop up. So you may have several opportunities. A 9 and a 1 is a 10, which is to do with beginnings. Brand new, you've got two beginnings. You've got the sun and the dreamer. It also may represent grandchildren, or if not grandchildren, children, if you're of that age. If it was the Empress in the future position, which it's not, it's past, it would be your children. So I'm guessing it's someone else's children that you'll be around, come in contact with. The Emperor, this is to do with someone who's got their stuff together. It could represent Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's the head of a church. It's not just anyone. It's someone who can navigate from a heart-centered leader. See how he's got his scepter, he's got his heart here, and he's got the world. He's compassionate for world events, and it also can represent him being strategic, because he's representative of the Queen of Swords, which is all about discernment, logical thinking, and rational thinking. Then you have the Queen of Cups, which is to do with emotions and compassion, being more heart-centered leader. And then we've got the Pentacles, which is rational, watching their money and their spending. So it encompasses all of those things. This Emperor is organised and he likes structure, but he's a firm and compassionate leader. That's what it's saying there. So maybe you need to operate from a logical mindset, not from emotion. I had a conversation with my son recently, and I told him, don't make any decisions when you're emotional. Make them when you are logical. I've done many things in my life based on emotion. They usually get you into hot water. Sometimes you can luck it out. Like I did when I went on a trip to Brisbane, and then I got a job, and then I decided to move all in the space of 6 weeks, because I wanted to move to a place that was more work opportunities and more opportunities for my children. I was lucky enough to still have the job after the big flood. This was before the flood. Then you have here someone around you who's an emperor, a king of swords, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could be someone in and around you who's a public speaker, or it could be you, but you're the public speaker. They're like a CEO. There's someone that you would have to be the MC at a wedding. They're maybe not the lovey-dovey type, but they can be a really good public speaker and really knowledgeable. Their best friend is the owl. Their best friend is their books and their solitude. They don't need a lot of people. A lot of single mums or a lot of only children. I was an only child for 10 years. Don't require a lot of intervention. They don't require a lot of social interaction. Oh, that's a good card to pull out. 5 of Autumn. This is to do with the church. So it's asking you to go to some organisations to either give back or offer to volunteer, which is I'm looking at doing, and to give back to society if you've been a recipient of help through whether it be counselling or through group work or through doing a course that was funded by a church community. It says it's good to maybe reach out for their help, but also if you're needing extra help with funding or with volunteering, that's also giving back to society. So that's a good community. You may be part of a community that is like a university, which is a group of people that are learning, or a group of people that are studying, or a group of people that are artists and musicians. You're all under the same umbrella, so you've all got a common goal. And that's always good when you live in a place that's supportive of what you are doing. So Aries, you need to focus on your studies and on being a volunteer or a helpful person to others. Which is good. You're using logic. Again, you're not using your fire, which you can. Fire whips up air very quickly. This is a really good computer, by the way. This is a Lenovo. I don't know what type of Lenovo, but they're on loan from the library. How cool. So if your computer decides to die, like mine did, you have backup. You can borrow them every 2 weeks. You just have to give them your library card and an ID, and then they scan it out, and then you scan it back in 2 weeks' time. I'm guessing you can keep borrowing it till you get your computer fixed, which works out fine for me. This card's going to take a while to figure out what it wants to do. Oh, there it is. Want to come out. Justice. So someone is out there trying to get their justice or their point of view across, saying that you will be successful, Aries, in your outcome for what you believe to be right and fair. You'll win in the end. Fair and objective decisions going in your favour. So that's a really good card to get. If you feel like someone's done you an injustice, whether it be family members or people that used to be workers or co-workers, you will get what you deserve. You will get your right action done to you. You will be successful, and whatever was taken from you will be returned. And it's a karmic thing. It's something that you had to go through in order to learn how to stand up for yourself, in order to not be walked over. There's a lot of groups out there that run these groups that I'm part of at the moment on how to not be bullied. Very important. Okay, the next card I'm going to pull. This is from the Wild Wisdom of the Fairies by Lucy Cavendish, who is a well-known white wit and witch. Operates out of Sydney, I think Avalon Beach, and she's got Selena Fenwick as her muse, her artist that draws her ideas. They're really big cards to shuffle, so I've got to do them this way because they're big. Here we go. Child of the Moon. It's talking about getting in touch with the cycles. During a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse, usually that affects women. Also can sometimes affect men if you've got feminine tendencies, but it's talking about forgiving someone, transcending the ego, or learning to look from a compassionate viewpoint. That can be really hard if the person that you're trying to forgive keeps doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Green Man's Door. Oh, I love this card. Shimmer. So at the moment you're very magnetic. You can pull people in because you are getting in touch with your inner self. You are looking after you. You're looking after your health, your boundaries. And it's like pulling over a magic cape, as in Harry Potter with his invisibility cloak. You can put this shimmer on and you can beguile just about anyone. It's a way of communicating that is subtle but very effective if used in the right context. Not to dissuade, not to manipulate, but to help you get the job, if you're going for an interview. It's a very good card to pull. So Child of the Moon is 36. You must conduct a forgiveness ceremony as sincerely as you can in order not to recreate a situation that has previously hurt you. While you are still vibrating to the energy of the past, it cannot help but repeat itself. Even if the chaos do grow fainter, echoes do grow fainter, you can attain enlightenment, a lessening of the burdens, a reduction in grief, a return of good cheer and optimism. Through forgiveness, by forgiving those who have hurt or persecuted us, we allow ourselves to be free. It is only when you're repeating the same cycle can it be done with. When you receive this card, ask the fairies to assist you to help you find the opportunities to exercise your forgiveness muscles. Ask them to help you clear under moonlight and watch them clear and brush from you all the debris that causes you pain. Just volunteer for this. Just allow it to happen. Just be willing to be open to it. Then it cannot help but free from the past and allow you to step into the present. You will know you have forgiven when reminders of the person or situation no longer cause you distress. You will see the blessings and the lesson, and you will allow this to take place again, because forgiveness frees us from the shackles of pain and ties us to the past and to people we have long left behind. When we do not forgive, we are energetically and quite literally dragging them around behind us like a shackle. The shimmer is 39, the one I told you about, special cloak. Glamour, very magical ability. You will soon be spending time with others who lead you to believe you are less than. Be aware that in order to counteract those ego tendencies to go into your own faults, you may draw upon the fairy power of glamour and draw around your cloak of enchantment. This will help you protect yourself from your own tendencies to submit to fear and sometimes not to handle yourself as beautifully as you could be. You'll be more beautiful, your hair will be longer, more lustrous, your eyes will be larger, shine more and more, your skin will be dewy. You will carry your body with grace and honour, and you will radiate warmth and respect for yourself and for others. When this power is upon you, all will be drawn to you, and the glamour will get you through many a tough meeting. It is very powerful, for when we need to ask for something that those in perceived authority, your favourites may also be emphasised when you call upon your glamour. Then you have here Greenman's Door. That's an opening. Like we have the spring equinox, I think that was the 23rd of September. We're coming up to the summer equinox, the solace, in December 23rd. It's coming up very soon. So if ever you need to do spell work or manifestation for a job, the 23rd of December is your time. 40. Green man's door. You're about to pass through a potential doorway of time, thus you will soon have the access to other dimensions and realities, including that of the Faery. It is time to reconsider becoming a walker between the worlds. Some of you who do astral travel, as myself, you need to maybe do that, to draw back the veil and to part the mists. To do so will bring healing, change, and powerful magics into your current reality. Ask the Green Man and the Fairy Maiden for permission to enter and make an offering. This is again Christmas time because the Green Man represents the green pan of the forest, which also ties in with the religion of Christmas time in the 25th. So Pan was from around the 23rd. They tried to pull the pagans back into their way of thinking. So it says make an offering. Maybe at the earthly dates of the doorways, and then she will open to go to a fairy glen like a brook of water or a stream of water and offer coins, and you can make your wish there. Manifestation will occur. This one is The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette-Baron Reid. An oracle deck is one you pull 3 cards from. It doesn't have to be in any type of setting or spread. It just has to be something that you can pull at will. Cut them into 3. Just quicker that way. Okay. This is past energy. Why? This is present, go the distance. This is future, poised. So, in the past, people were asking, why did the COVID happen? Well, I guess we had to kind of rethink and be reset on how we were treating the planet, people, and life in general, what we were taking for granted. It also made us look outside the box and alternatives and how to proceed further without killing off all animal life, marine life, and where we were heading. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you very clear about why you're asking the question, looking for the answer, behaving on this way, and most important, making that choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intentions will be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now it's time to recognise whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behaviour is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this and why did I say that? Spend time in introspection and listen to the messages from your intuition. What does it tell you about yourself and others? And in the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them being met are very treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful questions you can ask yourself and your partner today, why? 47. This is to do, again, with life is a marathon and not a sprint. So I told my son this a while ago. Endurance, strength, the long haul. You either are in or calling in a harmonious relationship. You can stand the test of time, for better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain. Break yourself and are remade in new growth. You have been redeemed by the most power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overhaul a unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? You need to be authentic. Remain true to yourself. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Life is not a sprint. You have the endurance and the fortitude to carry you all the way. Yeah, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in what you're experiencing. 48 is being on the precipice. This is the future. Poised. 48. Being ready, being something to like, being at the best. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to do. Your skills are sharp, and you've come to this place with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time. When you are confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything.
all present now, or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. You have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. This is future. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy because you love this truth. And that's